What's up, guys? Africa James here, 5-year expat here in Africa. So, you're in your cushy little house there in Europe, America, Australia, wherever the fuck you live. And this is something you take for granted: silence. You see, the way they build houses here, there's no insulation, there's no soundproofing. So when my neighbors are outside, they can hear me on a phone call. They can hear everything I'm saying. I can hear everything they're saying. In all the places I've lived here in Africa, so far, we're batting 100% that I live next to a dickwad who's noisy. Yeah, it's tough. Every place I've moved here, it's either been screaming children or women waking up at 5 in the morning, washing pans and pots. There was one place I lived where a rooster would come right to the window next to my bedroom and cock-a-doodle-doo as loud as humanly possible. Now, I record these videos in the middle of the night so that I can have some privacy and so that the noise from outside doesn't come into my recordings. So because of this, I am looking for yet another place to live, to move to. And so my friend called me up and she said, hey, I know this lady, she has a room for rent. Why don't you come check it out? And so the journey began. I was walking over to the place, and I'm going to show you a few outside shots first, but this is something I see all the time here in Uganda, is goat herders, cow herders, just walking their goats, down the road to bring them to a different pasture. And I'm just meandering here through the neighborhood, and it's kind of nice. I mean, I like it and I don't like it. Most of all the roads here are dirt roads, and a lot of people with money will put these big walls around their houses for security purposes. Okay, so here's the outside of the place that my friend brought me to see. Doesn't look too nice. Yeah, just another shot. It looks like the landlord lives downstairs and the room she had for rent was upstairs. So here it is. Here's the stairs going up to the room that's for rent. And honestly, I think when I saw these stairs, I was like, nope. Here it is from the other angle. This is kind of the place. So I guess the landlord lives below, and then the room for rent is above. And then you've got these gnarly stairs that look like they're one day away from collapsing. Here's the view from the front door. Your typical Uganda jungle canopy, which is nice. It'd be pretty cool if there were some monkeys around and stuff. But, inside of that jungle is more little houses and huts. And the first thing I noticed when I came here was the screaming kids, which already disqualified the place. I mean, you can lose your sanity. Like, I don't think I've made it clear enough, but there is literally no soundproofing in the walls. There's no insulation. The walls are made with mud brick. Then they put slats above the doors for ventilation, which basically is allowing all the sound from outside to come inside. So if you're hearing screaming children outside, it's going to sound the same inside your house. Okay, so here's the front door, a typical metal door, which is pretty good. I think a metal door is good because they're going to be harder to break down than a wooden door. Here's another view from the front door area, just what they call sheet metal roofs, typical here in Uganda. Now we're walking into the front door, and this is what you see. You got the kitchen here. Pretty basic, small, but where I'm at right now, I don't have a kitchen. And I do give a tour of this place, but it's on my for patrons only. Now here's one room. It was a 2-room apartment, I guess it is. And as you can see, the landlord makes no effort to clean the walls or repaint the walls. Here's the roof, which looks like it's falling apart. Again, landlord hasn't done jack shit to make it look nice. And I'm not blaming this landlord. They all do that here. They don't give a crap about the condition it looks like when they're showing it to people, which blows my mind because it just makes sense that you want to make your property look as nice and enticing as possible to get a tenant in there. Again, wonderful maintenance and craftsmanship on the wall there, I think it is. Here's a room shot with the window, so the bars over the window. That's pretty typical. That's just to prevent people from climbing in the windows and stealing stuff. And I'm glad they have it. I'm glad they have it. In every place I've lived, they've had these bars over the windows. Definitely a necessity here in Uganda. And that's the view. I mean, the view's not bad. The view is not bad, but again, you can't see this in the photos. You could hear all the children below just screaming, playing. I would never get my peace. Every time I made a video, you would just hear children screaming because of the ambient noise coming into the mic. Here's a door to a little tiny balcony. And here's the little balcony outside, but there's no railings there to keep you from falling off the second story of the balcony. And do you think there's any codes for construction here in Uganda? I doubt it. Well, there probably are, but I'm imagining if the owner can't meet the codes, they just pay off the inspector with a bribe. That's probably how it works. And here was another deal closer, was the bathroom toilet area. That looks like a fucking horror show right there. Oh yeah, no, I can't do that. Sorry. Yeah, I mean the toilet is just looks nasty. It's crooked. I mean, I can't do it. Sorry, guys. Here's kind of the outside area. And, here's some little shops here. I like it though. It's kind of like what I imagined the Old West would look like, minus the vehicles. Village dog chilling in the shade there. There's me walking with my Africa James hat on because the sun was so intense that day. I can get sunburned in like 10 minutes here. And, some more roads, and that's what it is, guys. A lot of dirt roads and shrubs. Have these big matoke trees. Matoke is their mainstay food here, which is like a highland banana. Here's a secondhand TV and speaker store right in the middle of this little village. This is a different area. This is not the area I stay in, but this is out in the bush. And I just wanted to show you this house because I'm imagining this guy has built this house for about $750. I'm not joking. Because all he needed really was bricks. He had to pay a guy to put it together. And you've got an iron sheet roof. But that's how a lot of people start here, with just, they have a little bit of money. They put together a little tiny house like this. And, they're living rent free. I was out walking with my dogs that day. This little curious pig just came up and he's like, "Hey guys, what's up? I want to chill with you guys. Let's hang out." And here I am with my dogs in the forest, and they were watching the monkeys in the trees. Anyways, guys, just a little tour. And by the way, the rent for that house that I looked at was $50 a month. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Peace out. Deuces.